They have done it. The Arsenal women have won the Champions League. They said we don't have European history, but we have won it. And what a brilliant performance. It was wonderful. We're talking about Barcelona here. There's a bit of talk coming out before, Bon Mati, Ballon d'Or winner, talking about how she didn't think we were going to beat Lyon. All this nonsense. What a journey. What a huge day. Not just for Arsenal, not just for the Arsenal women, but for women's football in England. Because I think for the last few years, there's been moments, when England won the Euros, all of a sudden publicity came. Then Emirates, Arsenal moving to the Emirates, selling out the Emirates, time after time after time, now this season, putting all the games at the Emirates pretty much, home games. But this is a big moment, a huge moment for London and women's football, because I think going to the games, being at the Lyon semi-final, being at the Real Madrid quarter-final, being at multiple WSL games this season, I can say that the problem with the women's game has been the atmosphere, the fan count, the actual quality. They say that Spain has the best in women's football. But today was a huge moment, massive moment. To do that, to beat Barca, to beat Lyon, to come back from 2-0 down against Real Emirates, that's one of my highlights at the Emirates. I don't go Emirates that often, but that's one of the best highlights I have at the Emirates. Coming back from 2-0 down, late Champions League night. And today, beautiful. I'm so proud of the Arsenal women's team for getting it done. Kroenke was there. He finally won a trophy, guys. Kroenke won a trophy. I'm sure he want to use that money he won from that trophy today on some players and a striker. But what I would say is that today is all Arsenal Women's Day, and they're going to be doing some sort of parade or something on Monday. I don't know what's going on. I was hearing some rumours online, but all I'm going to say, well done, because going to those games this season, last season, season before, the women's games at the Emirates, the crowds are built up. I remember that game against Wolfsburg 2 seasons ago, the Champions League quarter-final, and they got knocked out. Controversially, but it was a full sold-out stadium. First ever in Champions League history. 60,000. Biggest ever fan count ever. Man United was the first time they ever sold out 60,000. It was the new record in the WSL. That was the record in the Champions League, the Wolfsburg game. Arsenal have brought the women's game to North London. They brought it to London. They are improving it. Chloe Kelly, we signed from Man City. People joked about her being the only signing we made in January. She's won the Champions League. There's so many players that were heroes out there. Katie McKay, Beth Mead, Blackstenius could have had a hat-trick. But doesn't matter. Mariona deserves a shout-out, because Mariona Caldente, oh my God, underrated baller. Kim Little, Leah Williamson winning every single header, every single duel. They did not get near Leah Williamson today. In goal, Van Domselaar, every single save. Save after save, catch. David Raya, 2.0. And it's such a big moment. I can't stress it. It's lifted. It won't feel the same as the men's team in the Champions League, of course. But what I would say is that, this feels big for Arsenal, for the Arsenal women, and for women's football. It's a huge day, and I think this might be the start, because we've had in the last 3 seasons the women's games at the Emirates, and there's been moments where the crowds have been sold out. I will not be surprised if next season every single game is sold out, where it gets to a point where they have to make it membership. I don't think that'll happen next season, but I'm saying that's what this can do. This is a revolutionary moment for the women's game. Congratulations, Arsenal, because they are the champions of Europe. The only one on the land,